Hey guys, I'm coming in this morning to film my Q&A video because I have on makeup because it's Halloween and I'm going to Oz's school party later. But this angle may not be my best angle, and my hair. So I already had, look at all the white. I already had all these new hairs that have been coming in, I guess, from prenatal vitamins. I don't know, and then of course, you know, I cut my hair because of the, excuse me, because of the head lice, and I was actually supposed to get it shaped up today because there are just some, like, well, you can see, but I am so paranoid. Look, I'm scratching my head still. That I don't need it to be shorter, and that's really the only thing she can do at this point. So I'm gonna let my hair grow out a little bit and then have her cut it. There are some places that I can probably trim off myself anyways, I'm coming to do my Q&A. I started writing the questions down. There were several, and I said I should just leave this computer screen up and answer them from here. So here we go. I am going to, yes, my head is still itching. It's gone. Let's see. Start with, Penny is the first one I saw ask me questions, so I'm going to start with her questions. Penny D asked, do you think your restriction is still pretty good? Yes, I do. Now, can I overeat? Absolutely. Can I push my tool to the limit? Absolutely. Do I overeat or overuse my tool? Yes. And there are tricks and ways to get around eating more than you want. But overall, I think my tool is still pretty good. I obviously can eat more now than I used to could, but I still probably eat more like a, I tell you what, I eat less than the kids, Bree's kids. I eat less than her kids, and they'll make comments about it. But again, if I wait a little while and then continue to eat, I can eat more. So you just have to be careful not to overeat, because you can still overeat. Just different ways. There was a time where if I overate in the beginning, I would yak. I don't really do that anymore, but it's just very uncomfortable. So anyways, do you think hard workouts are the key to weight loss and keto? I absolutely think that this is my philosophy. Take it for what you want, but I think that working out is a huge key to weight loss success. I don't think keto is for everyone. I know there are a lot of people in this community, and not even in this community, just all over, who do keto or low carb and seem to be super successful with it. I think that is what's best for my particular body. And it always has been. I think when my carbs are low, not even keto, but when my carbs are low, I am able to do better just success-wise with weight loss. But I think working out is one of the most important tools. Now, I think it's more important to what you put in your mouth, but I think working out is a huge tool. And I know for me, from the get-go, having that background, you know, I started working out in September of 2011. And so I continued to do that even after I had surgery in April 2012. And that was huge and very beneficial and very helpful with just the way my body shaped up and my saggy skin. And I mean, I still had tons of saggy skin, and I still have saggy skin even with the weight gain. But it was very, 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 very beneficial and exactly what I know that I needed for my body. To have a name picked out. You know, we still don't have an official name. We have a lot of names we're toying with. Right now, here's the secret. Right now, it's looking like her name is going to be Edie Ruth. That's what it is this week. And it has been for the last couple weeks. We'll see. I may change my mind. So I'm sharing that insider secret with you guys. Why don't you just boil your eggs instead of buying them? Because it's so much easier. I get 6 little eggs in a package that I don't have to do anything with. And you're right. And it's so funny how that I won't buy so many things, but I'll buy those stupid eggs. You get 6 for like $1.97. Okay. What did I do before I was a full-time mom? I was an early intervention teacher for about 12 years. I worked with kids 0 to 3 that had special needs or developmental delays. I would go into their home and do home visits. I would work with the families. They have this thing called an IFSP, which is an individualized family service plan. When you go into the school system, you have an IEP, which is an individualized service plan, education plan. But before that time, it's with the family. And so we go in and I would work with the children and also the family. And they would write these goals they have for their kids. And sometimes it was simple things like walking and talking, which by the way aren't simple. But sometimes there was things like using a fork or using a spoon or getting the child to roll over or set up or just making sure this child stayed on, depend on what the developmental delay was. In the state of Tennessee, you're automatically eligible if you are born premature for services to the age of 2. And then after that, you're eligible if you have delays. So I loved my job. I got really burnt out. I dealt with some really amazing families through the years and some really not so amazing families through the years. And unfortunately, I saw a lot of environmental delays. And sometimes it was low-income families, and sometimes it was just families that just didn't know. They just didn't have the education they needed to know how to deal with their small children. And that was really awesome to be able to go in and encourage those parents and equip those parents with what they needed to be able to work with the kids. Did you and Ed meet while you were overweight? Yes. I had lost some weight, I think, when we first met. But he has known me mostly, well, we've been together 11 years, so I was overweight the majority of the time he knew me. Okay, Ashley asked, do you think you will go back to work outside the home after the kids are in school? Yes. And my best friend's already like, you're going back when that baby's a year old. I don't know if it'll be that soon. Probably also depend on how well nursing goes. But for sure by the time, also depends on where we are financially at that point. But for sure by the time they're both in school, I may go back by the time she's like 3 or 4. I don't know. There's a lot of guilt that goes into that. So can we see a picture of you and Ed? Or does he not like to be on YouTube? I don't have one currently with me. Maybe I will try to add one at the end, maybe, if I can remember to do that. Also, I have a YouTube video where he and I did like a Q&A, a spouse Q&A, and if I can remember, I will try to link that. And I may not do it immediately because it's easier for me to link things on the computer, and I upload these from my phone. So give me a day, and then come back and watch it. And then see if I have linked it. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to do that. Because they're funny. He's a funny guy. What is Oz going to be for Halloween? He has changed his mind like 12 times. And he wanted to be a ghost, and then he wanted to be a vampire, and then he wanted to be a pumpkin, and then he wanted to be a ninja, and then we wanted to be, I thought he would be Gecko, because we got a gecko costume for his birthday. He got one from my brother and his wife and my niece, but he didn't want to be Gecko. At Trunk or Treat the other night, he was a knight because I had bought him this knight outfit at the Dollar Tree, and I was going to spray paint it blue and just make him Mike the Knight. I decided I was just going to just tell him what he was going to be. But now he's actually going to be a zombie with Cash, and I will also try to upload and add a picture of that at the end as well. What's your favorite Christmas tradition? Gosh, I don't know. I have a lot. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday, but I love Christmas too. And I think probably, and this year it's going to be different because my brother is working on Christmas Day. But for as long as I can remember, we've done my mom's side of the family on December the 23rd. That would be my grandmother's birthday. And then we've done my dad's side of the family on Christmas Eve. And then before we had kids on Christmas Eve, we all would get together and like play games and stuff. I loved doing that. But since we've had little ones come along, we haven't been doing that as much. And then on Christmas morning, we get up and do Christmas at our individual houses. Of course, we all live right there together. And then we would, by like 9 o'clock, we'd be together and eating breakfast. But my brother is working Christmas Day, so I don't really know what we're going to do yet. We haven't discussed that. But we only have like 8 weeks to decide. So I guess we need to get on that. Okay. Thank you for the questions. Christy Erickson asked, how many kids do you want? 2. If we were younger, I wouldn't mind having another one, but it's just not going to happen. 37, I'll be 38 this month, or November, so no more kids. What would your ideal weight be? Used to, it was 180, and then I got there and I decided I need to be 165, which, by the way, would have been way too small for me. I was tiny at 180, but I didn't know that. Ideally, I would like to be 180, 190. I just need to get under 200 for sure. And how do I plan to get there after pregnancy? Jeez Louise. I'm going to give myself a little bit of leniency right after the pregnancy because I want to make sure that breastfeeding gets established. Hopefully, fingers crossed, lots of prayers there. That's my hope, that all works out. And then I'm going to just start, after we get that going and working and I make sure my milk supply is where it needs to be, I'm going to just start getting back at it. Low carbon and working out. That's what I do. So, I don't know. I may talk to my husband about getting my gym membership back. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do there. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a real plan. I don't have a real plan. Right now, it's just surviving. That's the real plan. Getting this baby year, that's the real plan. And breastfeeding, that's the other real plan. Anyways, that's it. And as always, I'm an open book. So if you have other questions, you can send them here, post them down below, or you can email me. I think I give you that all the time, but it's sarlharrison@hotmail.com. Oh, Penny asked me for a P.O. box. I don't have one, but if you email me at that address, I will send you my address. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Penny, I just realized you asked me other questions. Okay. It does snow here, and we do not have a Trader Joe's or an Aldi's. The closest Trader Joe's is like 3.5 hours away. The closest Aldi's is an hour. And I can either get it in Kentucky or a different place in Tennessee. I'm sorry. I quit answering your questions. It does snow, and supposedly this year it's predicted to snow a whole lot, which would be my luck because I'll be stuck inside with a 3-year-old and an infant. I do have 4-wheel drive, but still. Okay, bye. This is Ed and Oz at his school party. This is Oz as a zombie for Halloween. And this is all the kids at Halloween. This next picture is my family, and Ed is standing behind me. So mom and dad, my brother and sister-in-law. And this is the same trip. It's like a year ago. And it's me and Ed and Oz.